it like this. You know what a lot of people's problems are, and especially I noticed these last 3 years. A lot of people, a lot of us, we have been bamboozled in many ways, and I can't deny that. But overall, I would say that many people, or the majority of people, have a cult like mind at this day and age because it can be the Democrat cult, the Republican cult, the Donald Trump cult, um, Muslim cult, Christian cult. I could go on and on. Or the Manosphere cult, the Kevin Samuels cult, the feminist cult. And it's just like when people subscribe to these things, right? They're so into deep that they can't eat, they become one track minded. And that's like a huge feature in being cult like minded because they can't even allow themselves to expand their mind to be like, hey, okay, it's true, for example, that like men are wrongfully accused every now and again, or however the statistics are. But on the flip side, it is true that there are women that are really victims of rape or being beaten, et cetera, et cetera. Like, people just kind of don't know how to balance that or whatever. Like, for me, like, okay, even though I've mostly been on board lately, where I talk about how black women get disrespected by black men, or I talk about how black men have put a stigma out against single black mothers, without realizing that in order for a woman to be a single mother, that means that the father has to be an absentee father. He's not there, or he's not living there together with the mother and the child in the household, right? And even though I talk about like there's definitely a black femicide going on where a number of black men are killing black women nationwide, but it's kind of being swept under the rug, right? But even though I acknowledge that, I can still tell you that Tory Lanez is innocent because I am not like the majority. I do not have a cult like mind. You know what I mean? Like you would think it's very easy for me. I could just be like, since I'm talking about black femicide and so on and so forth, it's just very easy for me to jump on that train and just be like, Tory Lanez is guilty. But I'm not doing that because he's not guilty. And I don't care what anybody says, his DNA wasn't found on the gun. I think that what's her name, Kelsey, her friend. I think her friend Kelsey did that. And even when like he's apologizing in that video clip or that audio, he's not. He never said, "Oh, I apologize because I shot Meg Thee Stallion in her foot." He's basically apologizing for what I said a little while ago when I say that men should have discipline. He's apologizing for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. He should have never been there. If he had never been there, and if he had never got into being lustful as a man, messing with two females that are friends, it would have never escalated to that situation. That's what he's apologizing for. Practically, he's apologizing to himself. People are oh my God, I can't say the word, interpreting that wrong or incorrectly. He's not apologizing to anything that he did not do because, again, he is innocent. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a very unbiased individual. It's not that I'm switching up or I'm being all over the place. It's just that when something applies factually for what it is, I'm like, hey, yo, that's what it is. If a man is wrongfully accused, hey, he's wrongfully accused. If a woman is actually being abused, she's actually being abused. And I can very much admit that, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but I would admit that very often men are guilty until proven innocent. And that's unfortunate, and I can definitely admit that. But like I said, there's a cult-like mind of the majority of people, and it sucks. It sucks. It's like you subscribe to one thing and you just have to stay there. Christian, Muslim, conservatism, liberalism, whatever. No, like just state the facts for what they are. Stop being cult-like minded. We already have battle of the sexes. That's already bad enough within itself. Just be real. Be real. Tell the truth. It doesn't matter who you're subscribed to. Just tell the truth.